Now, before this video starts, do me a favor and make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you got the notifications on and make sure you like my videos if you like my videos. YouTube's been playing with your boy by not showing my videos on a recommended section to my people, which is annoying. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get to the video.
How are you feeling?
Feeling great. It's this man here, bro.
Nope, it's all the people around us. And he was not guilty. He was innocent.
Never was guilty.
Never was guilty.
Now, NBA YoungBoy beat the case, but how exactly did he do that? At this point, you've probably heard or seen something about it. The other day, YoungBoy actually ended up beating a federal gun case. This is pretty big news, and I have a couple things to say about it, so yeah. Let's talk about it. Now, NBA YoungBoy, aka Top, one of the most popular young rappers out right now. YoungBoy has been on a crazy high for some time popularity-wise. It feels like he's getting bigger and bigger by the second, which is crazy because it's not like he just got in the game. YoungBoy's been popping for years now, and it seems like he just has a way of keeping that momentum going. One thing that has stopped YoungBoy from keeping himself hot is, of course, the crazy amount of legal troubles he's faced. The most recent legal situation he was up against was a gun charge. A gun charge that stemmed from an incident back in September 2020. YoungBoy and a dozen of his guys were towing guns while they were recording a music video near an abandoned home in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Someone called the police on YoungBoy and his guys, which led to all of them being arrested. The police confiscated a whole lot of guns, drugs, and money at the scene, which of course belonged to YoungBoy and his guys. Now, as far as his most recent arrest, the one in California, that went down in March 2021. Essentially what happened was federal agents along with the LAPD pulled up on YoungBoy. They were about to detain him because there was a warrant for his arrest that they hadn't followed through on. In the middle of trying to pull over the vehicle YoungBoy was in, according to the cops, YoungBoy tried avoiding them with his car. A high-speed chase involving the feds, the LAPD, and YoungBoy then ensued. That eventually led to YoungBoy stopping the car, getting out of it, and on some take-A shit, he did the dash. After that, the police started chasing YoungBoy on foot. They even at one point had to call canine dogs to the scene in order to find him, which they eventually did, and he got arrested. In the vehicle YoungBoy was in, which was a Maybach SUV, cops found an FNX 45 caliber pistol along with some ammunition behind the front passenger seat. At this point, things weren't looking good for YoungBoy. I mean, he got arrested, evaded the cops, he decided to flee on foot from the cops until they caught up to him, and on top of that, a gun was found in his vehicle. YoungBoy was in this particular case facing up to 10 years in prison, and considering his track record with the law, it was in fact looking very bad. YoungBoy's legal team at the time stated that he was completely unaware of this warrant for his arrest and that he panicked when the police pulled him over, and that's why he took off. They also stated that he didn't know about the weapon they found in his car, so they were claiming that it wasn't his. The prosecutors in his case were obviously trying to pin this on YoungBoy. They tried convincing the jury by saying that he was guilty because he fled from law enforcement when they were trying to arrest him, and that right there, according to them, was a sign of his guilt. They also stated that the gun that was found in his vehicle was purchased back in December 2020 by someone YoungBoy knew. YoungBoy's legal team then argued that the prosecution never really established the whereabouts of the people they claimed bought the firearm for him. Another thing the prosecution attempted to do was link the gun they found in his vehicle to a gun YoungBoy posed with on social media. The photo in question, I believe, is this one right here, because according to the prosecution, the alleged photo that they're talking about was taken in a jewelry store in Philly, and this picture is from that exact jewelry store. I digress though, so they try to link the photo in question to the firearm that was found in the Maybach. As a response to the prosecution, YoungBoy's lawyer argued that the photo of him holding the gun they claimed to be the one they found in his car was not relevant, for the simple fact that they failed to properly match the images to the gun recovered from the vehicle. His lawyer also stated that the hashtag prop gun was included in the caption. So at this point, YoungBoy's legal team were essentially saying, the gun you guys saw in those images, that wasn't a real gun. An ATF agent who testified in this case made a counter argument and stated that he didn't think the gun in the photo was actually fake. In the end, the photos the prosecution brought up that was supposed to serve as proof, they were all discounted on the basis that they, number one, couldn't prove when the photos were taken. Number two, they also couldn't prove that it was even the same gun they found in YoungBoy's vehicle. And number three, they also couldn't prove if the gun in the social media posts was real. Also, another important piece of evidence that saved YoungBoy's fingerprints were not found on a firearm. And this was according to an FBI forensic examiner who testified in court about this. So an expert came in and explicitly stated that none of YoungBoy's DNA was found. So essentially the prosecution had a bunch of loose ends that they tried to pin on YoungBoy, and they failed. From where I'm sitting, a lot of the supposed evidence they had against YoungBoy was circumstantial. I mean, a big portion of this case against YoungBoy was based on social media posts that they couldn't even pinpoint the timeline of, which is sloppy. They also couldn't even prove if the gun was real. They also failed to match the images of the photo to the actual gun they found in his car. And last but not least, they had zero DNA evidence. So YoungBoy was obviously innocent all along, hence the facts and the not guilty verdict. It does make a little bit of sense now when you hear about how he started running from the police. He apparently got spooked because he didn't know they were looking for him, and then they obviously eventually found him and found the gun which they tried to pin on him. Big W for YoungBoy, since he was after all facing up to 10 years behind bars for this case. Imagine if he had went away for a crime he didn't commit. That'd be crazy, but he didn't, and that's how he beat the case. But yeah, how NBA YoungBoy beat the case. Any thoughts on this topic? Like we covered, YoungBoy recently beat a federal gun case. What do you guys think about how he beat it? Obviously, shout out to his legal team who did a good job on this. Do you have any thoughts on this entire case? Curious to hear what you have to say, so yeah, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Let's talk about this.